Yes. What is going on, everybody? It is Thursday night, which means it is me. It is Smark. It is Wrestling Outlet. I hope everyone's doing wonderful. And real quick, before I even get into anything, just so I don't forget, thank you everyone for your birthday wishes on Facebook and Messenger and messages and texts and everyone. My birthday was Monday, and I did nothing. I did nothing for my birthday. Absolutely nothing. Nope. Nothing. So, real quick, wanted to get that out. Thank you very much. Anyways, as I was saying, this is Wrestling Outlet. I am Boxman, and across from me is this beautiful, beautiful gentleman, the Bozilla Simp, I see.
Yes, sir. Voice of Generation Smart Wahlberg. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We have 5 less animals. I'm very good. We found someone to come take the pigs yesterday. The goat is in a new home. Everybody's happy.
Sounds good.
Yeah, the pigs were going there. They had an extra acre of land. They had 3 acres, so, and a closed-in barn. So the pigs went to a good place, and they're going to be safer there. So all we have are chickens and a peahen and a duck. A couple ducks. That's all we got left. I'm good. No more 4-legged animals. No more 4-legged animals. No more. Done.
No dogs, no cats.
No more dogs. I want no more dogs unless they're little. I'll take little dogs. No more big dogs in this house. No more. Nope. I'm done. I'm done. I am old. I don't want any more. I love my dogs I have. We just had the puppies. They're going to grow up to be big. They're already getting there. But at least they'll have a lot of, with all the animals gone, we're going to get everyone locked up where they need to be tomorrow in their pens. And then we're going to let these dogs go absolutely ape shit and go run.
Nice.
Yeah, they deserve it. I got a lot of cleaning up to do out there because it wasn't even worth doing anything. I would clean something or move something or put a nice table out there, and the pigs would tear it up.
Okay.
So, it wasn't worth, or like the hot tub. My goat broke the fucking hot tub cover. Those things are like $500. I'm going to try to repair it. Because it's a foam cover, and I know a few things that'll hold it. So I'm going to try to repair it myself. But I mean, ridiculous. They fucked up my pool. The pigs. They fucked up my pool pump. I got to get a whole new one of those. So it's like, I was done with them. And then it took my wife falling down the other day. One of the pigs got behind her and knocked her down. And that's what it took for her to get rid of the pig. Whatever, man. They're gone. I'm happy. They're happy. And like I said, no more 4-legged animals. But we have a ton to get into tonight. And I got to tell you, man, I completely blew it last week. I forgot it was SummerSlam. I totally forgot.
I'll be honest with you, I did.
You did too? Well, that's probably why we didn't even... Yeah, Friday is when I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking SummerSlam weekend. And I'm like, oh, well, too late now. Nothing we can do. We didn't do predictions. We didn't even talk about it. But it has been talked about this week. One part in particular, which we will get into in a little while here. We're not going to start with the Brock stuff. We'll ease into it. We're gonna put the tip in with ESPN, and then we'll ram it in with Brock. Okay, then we'll take it back out with something else. Ram it back in again with Joey Ryan. Kind of how we do, yeah. That's how we're gonna do it tonight. Let me see this real quick. Hold on. My parents were just about to land in Boston. Okay. They landed. They're all good. So everything is good. Just want to check that real quick. Thanks. Anyway, yeah, we can talk about this ESPN deal. Everyone's losing their minds, Smart. Just yesterday, actually, ESPN and WWE announced what a lot of the news places were calling a mega deal, Smart. Mega deal. To make not just WrestleMania, but all of the PLEs, as they call them, available on the ESPN, I believe it's ESPN Plus, something like that.
That's ESPN.
Right?
They decided to make it. No, it's just ESPN. For whatever reason, they decided to make it as convoluted as possible and give their fucking streaming service the same name as their television channel. Like the ESPN Plus is a thing too, but they're launching like an I don't even know what they call it, but like their own streaming service that's just straight up called ESPN.
Yeah, and here I'm gonna go ahead and read some of this. So starting in 2026, which might sound like it's far away, but it's pretty much right around the goddamn corner. So it's not that far away at all. So starting in 2026, ESPN will become the home for all WWE Premium Live events, as I said, including WrestleMania. ESPN's new direct-to-customer. So when you hear me say DTC, which I'll say once or twice, it means direct-to-customer streaming service. This is going to launch August 21st, and it's $29.99 a month. Now, there's a little caveat to that we'll get into, which is what everyone was losing their fucking mind about. Now, it's a 5-year deal. According to CNBC, it is worth an average of $325 million per year and will include all of WWE's 10 premium live events: Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, all that shit. So there you go. ESPN's gonna keep the name streaming on the platform and all that good stuff, but that is what you're going to get now. Now, a lot of people were like, what's going to happen to Peacock? I don't remember when that deal ends with Peacock. I don't know if you remember when that deal ends, if you even thought about it, but I don't know when that deal ends.
Well, they're losing progressively more and more stuff that they have there, because they're losing the Raws now, and they're starting to lose the pay-per-views, and they're going to be losing the pay-per-views next year, so they're losing more and more regardless of when the deal is up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm wondering, what if and hello there. Hi, Rich. What if they end up doing more pay-per-views, which I know that's crazy to think WWE could do something like that. But what if they end up deciding to do more? This didn't say anything about Saudi. Why did you just mute yourself?
Saudi.
I'm sorry. You muted yourself right when you started to talk. I was like, what the fuck's he doing?
I had a cough coming up.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. But I don't know. Because like I said, WWE, you never know with them. They could easily start doing more pay-per-views. I guess ESPN will just pick them up. What the hell? Make a new deal. But a lot of people were losing their minds due to the fact that it may now cost you right around 300 and average of, right around, let's see, that's 30 times 12. That's about 300 and close to 360 a month. After taxes, you're looking at about probably 368, 370 with taxes.
The number that I had seen was 516 for people in the U.S., which includes, they were also including a USA subscription through Hulu, so I guess to watch like NXT.
Well, and that's the thing. It's not really going to cost. As this news was breaking yesterday, Smart, A lot of people were saying, "Oh my God, now I got to pay this much." It went from, first of all, we were paying for fucking, we were paying $9.99 originally with the network, and everybody was, happy with that. Then they moved over to here. Then they did this. Then they're doing that. But now, even Peacock, I got to admit, Peacock jumped right on this fucking train. Literally, the next day, what does Peacock do? What does Peacock do? You know what they fucking did. They fucking jacked their prices up fucking from $7.99 to $10.99. From $13.99 to $16.99. $79.99. The premium is going all the way up from $79 to $109.99. And if you've got the premium plus, I don't know why anybody would need this. It's going from $139 to $169.99.
As a quick aside, it's $7.99 and $10.99.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're going to get a few commercials, but who gives a shit? I'm not going to pay $170 a month for fucking Peacock. I'll get cable back if I want to pay that much. I will get cable back. And I love how everyone.
I'd say the number for you can imagine most people probably have 2 to 3, potentially more streaming services, and the amount these motherfuckers are going up, every one of them, in the last couple weeks, months, years. It's got to get to now where it's starting to cost more than cable.
Oh, I've seen the complaints people do. They're like, I have Netflix, I have Hulu, I have Peacock, and it's like, well, cut back a fucking couple services. I made my wife do it. I got rid of it. Fuck Peacock. I want to watch the pay-per-view. I got ways to do that. And I like that everyone's pretending like their only way to watch the pay-per-view live is, well, the only way to watch it is on a streaming service. Come on. You guys are smarter than that. You know it. You know you are.
Technically, if you want to do it through it's slightly nefarious, but I don't know if it's outright illegal. Is apparently they're doing the international Netflix is covering the pay-per-view. So doing the pay-per-view. So if you have a VPN, you can just use the international version of Netflix, and you don't have to pay anything extra if you already have a Netflix account.
Well, VPNs are super cheap. I think I paid $60 for 2 years for mine. For my VPN. So that's not bad. Folks, I'll go ahead and tell you, I download torrents, okay? I do. That's what I do. So I definitely use my VPN. What?
It does become a little bit more inconvenient in a sense, because then you have to watch it on your computer theoretically, or I guess mobile device. If you got a good pop-up blocker, enough fingers to fucking X out of all of the pop-ups that come. Well, okay, yeah, I mean, I guess you could still do it on your TV.
This is all you need.
You're talking about, yeah, but okay. Think about it like this, though. Your average person is probably not going to go through the hassle of doing all that shit. The whole point is that it's convenient to not have to worry about setting up servers and flash drives and cloud storage and all that just to watch fucking pay-per-views.
Yeah, I forgot what the name of the fucking. I had a good downloader, a torrent downloader. I think it was called Views. I don't know what happened to it, but you could it would connect to your smart TV. So you could play anything downloaded. You just select, you'd go to it. You could get to it on the TV, and you just go to it and go, oh, that's downloaded. Play. So it was a pretty cool system. I think it went away, or I found something better. I don't know what happened. Probably started getting a ton of pop-ups, and I said, "Fuck that."
Plus, I mean, also if you have
that's probably what happened.
if you have like a child or whatever, you know, you're 12, 13, 14, whatever. I mean, they, you know, you don't necessarily want to fuck it around on all of the websites and shit like that.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like I said, and you know, we're talking about how people all have all these streaming services and everything. So here's what it is. If you already subscribe to ESPN via the DTC, you know, direct to customer, and if you have ESPN through DirecTV, Hulu, Live, Charter, Fubo TV, and Verizon Fios, you'll still have access to those pay-per-views through ESPN, and you won't have to pay any extra because you're already on the ESPN service. So that is one thing. So like I said, a lot of people are already have. Look, I personally am not a sports fan. I have no reason to get ESPN. I have no reason to have it already, but I'm sure a lot of people out there already have the ESPN or got it through Hulu or got it through Fubo or, I mean, DirecTV. I got to tell you, if you're in the rural areas, those are your DirecTV people out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
plus, I mean, yeah, okay, there's ways around it. You know, there's other ways to get it if you really want to watch it. But I think more than anything, it's just people are just tired of hearing about fucking giant companies making more and more money and charging more and more money when people have less and less money these days, your average person. And like ESPN, as an example, I've had ESPN Plus for a while, just through the Hulu package and all that shit. And like fucking ESPN Plus is fucking just straight garbage. Like there's almost never any fucking basketball playoff games, never any hockey playoff games. And now I guess they're having a new service, you know, they're launching their new service and they're going to be charging more for like basic shit that they should have been providing in the first place.
Oh, wow. This is a tough one here, Smart. Tough one here by old Luke. Would you rather go through your whole life with one nostril or one ear? Tough one. I know what I would say.
How tall am I in both of these scenarios?
You're same height.
We don't know that for sure. I mean, this is Luke setting up entirely different scenarios and potentially different worlds. The president might be different, and the fucking
7'3".
I'm taking whichever one allows me to be 7'3".
You're 7 foot. You're 7'3", and you have a gigantic cock. Where'd it go? Okay.
So the only thing that changes is that I'm 7'3". Cool.
Fucking great answer.
And my current height in both scenarios, presumably.
You just fucked that up, Luke. God damn it.
I mean, I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, am I able to, like, see and walk? And, like, do I have all my senses? I can move, I can otherwise still smell.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, he asked a question.
Yeah, but he's trying to trick us. British people are a lot like leprechauns. There's always some kind of...
Of course you can... Of course you can smell with your one nostril, and you can hear with your one ear. He didn't say you want to go through only breathing through your mouth like you're playing video games your whole life, or do you want to not fucking, not hear out of one ear?
Okay,
calm down, Van Gogh. Jesus Christ.
If we're just running it based on the assumption that everything else in life is still the way it currently is given moment, I would rather have one nostril because, like, there's been plenty of times where I've smelled unpleasant shit. If I could just, like, dull that down just a little bit, like, otherwise pleasant things if I want to with my one remaining nostril, that's fine. But I don't want motherfuckers to, like, walk to the other side of me and start talking shit because they think I can't hear them. I don't live in that world.
Okay. See, I would actually pick the ear because, honestly, I have horrible hearing to begin with. I have the ringing. I forget if that's tinnitus or tinnitus, one of the two. I know one of them is the knee, one of them is the ear. I know I'm an idiot for not knowing which one. I think it's tinnitus.
I believe so too. I think tinnitus is just like the joints and shit.
And I think tinnitus is the joint one. I think it's tinnitus I have in the ears. It would make sense because I'm tinny sound in my ears. So I would actually be happy with the ringing sound only in one ear, number one. And this nostril always gets clogged up. So I'm already got the one nostril thing, so I'd rather keep both because I can at least breathe out of this one usually. So
it's actually another
yeah,
selling
I would
point.
go with one ear.
It's like when you get sick and your nose gets all like congested or your nose gets runny, either one. It's less of an effect that you have to deal with. Because I'm somebody who, like, my nose always gets fucking stuffed up when I get sick, so I don't want a fucking underwater breathing feeling.
You don't have to hold one side.
See who knows what's up with me.
There you go. Don't have to plug up. Oh, there you go. Norab, my man, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Question mark?
Dana White. Oh, I think he's talking about the ringing in the ears. I hope. I don't think Dana White only has one nostril or one ear. I mean, some of those fighters look like they only have one ear, but yeah. But believe me, there's two. They got two there, but yeah, a lot of those fighters do look like they've only got one ear because they're all fucked up just from getting their asses, pulling out of the. I mean, I think Kurt Angle had that, so.
I
believe he did. Oh yeah. So anyway, good deal for WWE and ESPN. I guess everyone's going to have to see how it works out. Listen, but before we went off track, you were talking about how WWE is just making money hand over fist, basically, charging more for this, charging more for that, but giving less. Yeah, it was the ear-ringing thing. Yeah, you're right. They are.
Both of them. ESPN too, because ESPN Plus, you really don't get a whole hell of a lot based on what you're paying for it. And like, I know you really don't care because that's not really what you're into. But ESPN also has a deal with the NFL now where they're going to be doing Red Zone, and I think they're going to be not this coming Super Bowl, but I think the Super Bowl afterwards they're going to be streaming that one. So it'll be the 2027 Super Bowl, I believe. So people are already worried that they're going to fuck that up because ESPN has a tendency, a history to fucking take properties and ruin it by shoving people that you don't want on their like pregame, postgame, even like during the games. Their ESPN personalities, like people don't want fucking Stephen A. Smith all over their NFL coverage, and I quite frankly can't blame them.
I haven't seen enough of Stephen A. Smith to make a judgment on the guy, to be honest with you.
Okay, so
I've seen a little bit of him. If I go to Chili's, he's on the screen, but I can't hear him.
So imagine JD from NY, but with more social skills, like substance,
All right, I missed the first part. Imagine who? You kind of broke up for a second.
I said imagine like the JD from NY guy, but with like slightly better social skills. Like somebody who just yells like for endless amounts of time about shit that ultimately is very trivial, but acts like it's the end of the world.
Okay, we can go with that. All right. Did we talk about the Cross contract? No, Rab, because there's conflicting stories right now. Some are saying he already got offered a contract. Some are saying he didn't get a contract. So I'd rather wait because I think we all know what happens. Cross will go online and say, I don't know why y'all are fucking guessing. When it happens, I'll tell you. So why don't we just wait for Cross to sit and make a video, and then we'll get into the contract. Because honestly, unless anything came to fruition while we were talking, I didn't see anything new on it.
And to go back to the either or would you rather scenario, True North says Sunny sniffs so much cocaine that she would need 2 nostrils. That's a good point. She'd probably need a third one.
Probably. Well, that could be arranged. I mean, Jesus, look at Artie.
I'd rather not. Or the MVP AWE Wars. That one is fucking. I'm intrigued by this.
You know, I was gonna talk about that, but I gotta tell you, I'm not sure about that one. You know what? Let's see how time runs, and we'll we may get back into that.
I watched a video talking about it, and from the Observer, and I'm just as confused, if not more confused, than I was before. Apparently, fucking Speedboat was filming a vlog, and MVP basically told him to go fuck himself, but I'm not sure if that was part of the vlog or not part of the vlog, or if that's an angle, or what's going on with that. It's weird shit.
Yeah, I really don't know, but I don't know. And I'm also wondering if he did this interview in character and everyone's taking it out of fucking context. I don't know. I'd like to see more of it. And it's not like they weren't on TV yesterday. They were there. So I don't know. I don't think they really have heat. I don't see. The only reason I could see MVP not putting guys over is because, thanks, Luke. Appreciate you coming by, man. Is because he wants to protect his guys. They're supposed to go out there and be monsters. I'm sorry. Do people want them to go out there and lose? Who wants them to go out there and lose? These guys should not be losing yet. Who are they supposed to go out there and lose to right now?
Yeah, I mean, that is
for those titles. Who would you put those titles on?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's ultimately a good point. It's
I guess we're talking about it.
You shouldn't be having them lose yet. You should build up people that actually you would want to see them, lose to or be beaten by. But at the same time, if you are asking them to lose and they're like, fuck you, we're not doing it, it's like, all right, cool, you're fired. Get the fuck out. They shouldn't be allowed carte blanche to decide whether or not they lose. They should definitely be able to argue that them losing so soon is a bad idea, which it is. But if you're outright asking them to lose and they're outright telling you to go fuck yourself, then you've got yourself a problem.
Yeah, I mean, if that's happening, but I don't know. I got to tell you, I'm not 100% sure I believe this one. I really don't. I think it might be taken out of context. I don't know. I just think that there's no one else that these guys should not be losing yet to anybody on any show, not on fucking any show, not on Collision, nowhere. These guys should be dominant. They're your fucking champions. Top Flight. You'd put the belts on Top Flight right now. First of all, let's just see if Top Flight can make it 3 months without one of them being hurt and out again for another 6 months. Let's just try that on first.
Well,
go slow. Let's go slow.
If you believe the article, or the original rumors that are going on, they said that they'd be willing to lose to Top Flight, they'd be willing to lose to Gates Bag, and they'd be willing to lose to the Outrunners, all of which, by the way, they have already faced and already beat. Justifiably so, but I mean, it is what it is.
Right. But I mean, they haven't had the belts that long. Have they? Has it been that long?
Not really. I think it was full year, maybe.
And they're doing great with them. And if they're going to do this modern day APA where they're going to be for hire, which I hope they kind of continue, then this is what you want your guys to be. Did APA go out there and fucking lose matches? No. They went out there and beat the snot out of people every fucking week. And we loved it. I remember. I was there. I watched. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Can't name any teams that haven't won gold. The Bucks and FTR stand.
I love what they're doing with the Bucks now. We'll get into it later, but I love this thing. I love this storyline they're telling with the Bucks. I think it's hilarious. But all right, folks. I guess we'll move on from there.
You would have to build them a little bit more, I think. But we saw him on Dynamite last night. Wouldn't be bad if Bandito and Brody Lee went in there. Not Brody Lee, Brody King. I keep doing that. Bandito and Brody King winning, because it's believable that Brody King could like take on Lashley. I think they're of a similar size. Lashley obviously a lot bigger, but of a similar size.
And you can just say Brodito. Brodito. Yeah, you know what? It looks from what I can tell, they might be building these guys to do something, and I'd have no problem with that. That would be a good team after they built them for a little while. And Edge and Christian, you know they're going to end up with a title run, but I think that's going to be later down the road, and I don't think they're going to beat the Hurt Syndicate for it.
I don't either.
I'm sorry, I said beat. Is someone getting a beating? Is someone getting a beating? Is someone getting a beating in there? Okay. Were you saying something, by the way? Were you about to say something?
No, but oddly enough, speaking of beating things, my hand keeps falling. So.
Well, I didn't say anything about off, but Christian and Edge are going to get a title run there. I guarantee that. I think everyone knows this. We all see the mesh happening. We've been talking about this for a while. We know it's going to happen. They're going to slow burn it. They're going to milk it, and I don't blame them. But I think at Forbidden Door we see the actual combination. We see them come back together. We see the good stuff happening. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and talk this Brock Lesnar thing, folks. So it was SummerSlam weekend. Both me and Smark both forgot it was SummerSlam weekend last weekend. And a lot of stuff happened. Cena lost the title. Cena's now babyface again, got his old music back, and everybody was happy. I did see a video of a kid freaking out when he went from the black screen to the colorful screen. The kid freaked out, and it was honestly one of them. All the negativity on the internet, sometimes I just like seeing these fucking wholesome videos of these kids freaking out and having a great time. It was a really cool video. I thought about grabbing it for the show, but why bother? Let's not be that positive. Yeah, but anyway, a lot happened on this show. Seth Rollins came back, not hurt. A lot of people were talking about that. Is he hurt? Is he not? Everyone's now trying to take credit. I told you he wasn't hurt. I told you he wasn't hurt. It's not what you said. You said he might not be. But anyway, one of the major things I would say that happened at this pay-per-view is somebody came back. Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar came back. And the first, there's a few funny things. If you don't mind mentioning, the first funny thing about this story is literally last week, if you remember, on Thursday and Friday of last week, we were reading articles. WWE is done with Brock Lesnar amidst these allegations. They're done. He's been banned. He's on the banned list. Did you see those articles?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Oh, no. Oh, they're out there. Oh, yeah. They were out there. And then Sunday, Brock Lesnar makes a comeback. And people are losing their fucking minds over this. To the point, Smark, where now it was rumored right after Brock came back that John Cena was the one who wanted to work with him. So literally, this is to the point, I'm going to pull this down for 1 sec, where people were saying on, X or Twitter, John Cena willingly working with him should genuinely be a bigger deal in Hollywood. It should ruin his fucking acting career. Ruin John Cena's acting career because he's doing his job. Okay. First of all, Smart, let me just ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the one you had pulled up. This is the one you had
Cheese
pulled
Man
up.
hand is known for more to use.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Have less kids.
I think we. What's with the cheese and the kids jokes?
But he's fucking like a rabbit. Let me
Every
hear
week.
you. Perhaps I called it last week.
Let him get his. Good man. Yes, as Norab says, Dewey Foley didn't like it. He put no thanks. But this guilty until never innocent attitude has got to stop. I understand Brock might be not a good person. I get it. He was about to cheat on his wife. About to cheat on his wife. It never happened. It never happened. Let's go back and talk about what happened, Smark. Do you remember all the accusations? Allegedly, he was making a comeback after a while. This was supposedly back in 2021, where Janelle Grant was offered to Brock Lesnar as an incentive to come back. So, according to the claims and the mentions in this, what happened is she sent him a video. They were planning on meeting, but Brock Lesnar couldn't. He had a travel thing. He couldn't end up meeting her. So the rendezvous never happened. Okay? Now, one thing important, Smart, to note, he is not charged with anything. He is mentioned in this lawsuit. Do you realize if I went and robbed a bank and I mentioned your name as someone I told I might do it, you'd be mentioned in my lawsuit. You would be mentioned. Holy shit, cancel Smark. Don't really. I love the guy. Don't do that to Smark. Don't do that to Smark. But let me, for those who don't know, let's break down what charges are and exactly what a mention in a case is. Charges, I think we know what they are. It means you've been charged. You are now a formal party to legal action, which means you are the subject of the lawsuit's accusations. You must appear in court. You have to respond to every allegation, and you potentially will face legal consequences. This can lead to a judgment, conviction, fines, or imprisonment. Now, if you're just mentioned in a lawsuit, it's not a formal party to any legal action. A person, a place, a thing, anything. We know what Brock did. It was shitty. It was shitty.
Well,
there are no legal obligations unless you're a witness. What? One more. And it has no legal consequences from being mentioned. No legal consequences, which is why WWE's legal team found it fit for him to come back. Please go ahead. No, please don't cancel Smart. Please.
Okay.
Neither one of us really robbed a bank. Neither one of us really robbed a bank. It was hypothetical. Yeah. What were you? I got the cash in the freezer. What were you?
Okay.
I can't wait. What were you about to say, sir? I'm sorry.
A multitude of things. First off, you said what he did was shitty. What Vince did was shitty. Not what Brock did. But the whole thing, the Brock thing. I understand that there were just allegations that he wasn't charged with anything. But at the same time, there was a lot of proof via text messages, photos, sort of multiple eyewitness accounts. There's people sort of corroborating what Janelle Grant was saying. And okay, Brock wasn't charged with anything. Vince wasn't charged with anything. But Vince, you know perfectly well that Vince was not going to be charged with anything based on his affiliations, which is, hey, whatever, that's part of the game. It is what it is. You have friends, it pays off sometimes, shit happens. But the Brock thing, he at the very least could have said, you know, that he didn't know exactly what it was that was going on, that he wasn't actually planning on doing that. He could have just done anything to sort of denounce it, or just say that that was never going to happen, or it shouldn't have happened, or he didn't know the exact, you know, specifications of what it was that was happening. He didn't say anything. Like, it's just like he had so many opportunities to just straight up be like, fuck this shit, I'm not down with any of it, and he didn't say shit. So like, he might not be guilty of anything per se because nothing actually physically happened, but like still sort of a low integrity move to just not even denounce anything that was before.
I agree. With everything you said, I totally agree. He's a horrible person. He is not a good person. He was about to cheat on his wife, basically, with this.
Somebody that was being trafficked, nonetheless, offered as part of a bargaining chip.
True, but let me just say this though. I see a lot. Oh, he hasn't even apologized. He hasn't even come online and addressed this. First of all, you or me or any one of us are not entitled to an apology from Brock Lesnar. He didn't do it to us. You are not entitled for Brock Lesnar to go on and address anything online because Brock Lesnar is a fucking private guy, number one. And Brock Lesnar doesn't fucking owe anyone an apology except his wife. That's the only person that really has any fucking business getting pissed at him, talking about anything, being involved. Everyone else, you don't want to fuck it. You want a WWE? Stop fucking spending your money on it. Stop fucking watching it. That's one way to do it. But you don't say that. All you do is go on there, bitch and complain, and then you turn the fucking TV on Monday, and you're back to it. The only person that deserves an apology from Brock Lesnar and an explanation from Brock Lesnar is his wife. That's it, in my opinion. I may be wrong. This may not be the most popular thing. It might be the first time we get heat for anything we said, or I said, not you. I'm not putting this on you. But as far as I'm concerned, the only person that man owes an apology to is his wife. He has no an apology to fucking podcaster A or fucking dickhead B or anyone else or anyone online who thinks that if you don't go online and address it, that's not how we do things. That's how Brock fucking does things. He owes an apology to his wife. He owes an explanation to his wife. That's it. This should be between him and her. He was going to cheat on her. Does Sable even know? It's in the fucking all the papers. Of course she knows. But I mean, that's it. He was going to cheat on her. He wasn't going to cheat on you. He wasn't going to cheat on your mom. He wasn't going to cheat on your aunt. Well, maybe somebody's mom and aunt, but probably not yours. So I think this fucking outrage, and we're going to get into fucking outrage later, is a little manufactured.
I don't think it's so much the infidelity as it is that she was like allegedly being forced into, or at least manipulated into, performing these things as sort of a unwilling participant.
Did Brock know that?
That's what I'm saying. We don't know that. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I said before. It's like Brock could have at least come out here and just been like, he didn't know that she was being trafficked. Wouldn't have done it otherwise.
No. Vince might have said, hey, I got a little freak that'll help you get back in the game. What do you think, pal? That could have been it. That could have been the whole fucking conversation. We don't know. So with what we know, what I said stands. That man owes an apology to his wife. He owes none of us an apology. He was going to cheat on her. He wasn't going to cheat on you. And I think people are pissed off because Seth Rollins worked their ass and they needed something to be pissed off about. And this is what it ended up being. A lot of things on that pay-per-view got overshadowed by Brock Lesnar.
I feel like another thing, like, the way that they've sort of done a whole like shell game, I guess, or like shuffled the deck over and over again, makes it seem even worse somehow. Because like, okay, first off, they blamed it on Cena, which is like, if I'm Cena, I'd be like, hey, fuck you guys, okay? Like, I would be straight up mad about it. I'd be in somebody's office because they're like, oh, Cena wanted to wrestle. It's like, okay, so if Cena wanted to wrestle in Hector Guerrero or something for one of his last matches, you're gonna put him like, if he wanted to wrestle the fucking Hurricane, he'd be wrestling the Hurricane at the next pay-per-view? Like, I don't know if I believe that. So like, okay, first off, you blame it on Cena, and then like on Raw the next night or whatever, you're like, oh no, Brock wanted to come home. It's like, okay, so you wanted him back, he wanted to be back, but it's Cena's fault. Like, make up your mind there. And then also the idea that like they knew that he was coming Sunday, he was going to return Sunday, and then Saturday night on the press conference, they're like, yeah, we're not doing the press conferences. It's like, jeez, you guys are fucking shiesty at the very least.
And that was the next thing we were going to get into, because I did my rant and I'm done. But we were going to get into the fact that
just as a quick aside, like I don't blame them for not doing any press conferences, because like Eric and I were talking about this. Like, press conferences are just a bad idea anyway, because you get like for your company, because you get one of two things: you get them doing all kayfabe answers and nobody cares, and you're not saying anything interesting. Nobody fucks, nobody really gives a shit about it. Or you get situations where you have like fucking Tony Khan wearing a fuzzy hat that belonged to Tony Storm, answering questions about like fucking Jericho potentially molesting or sexually assaulting people. And it's like, you don't get good things that come out of it. You either get PR disasters or kayfabe answers that nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. You're right. They're never a good idea, and they don't end well usually with any of this shit. But we mentioned the first funny thing WWE did. Thank you, Packers fan. I should not be canceled for my Lesnar take. I should not. Wait a minute. I should be. Oh, okay. I don't have a. Listen. I don't have a basement. That's all I'm going to say, okay? And you're right. I shouldn't be canceled for my Lesnar take. Look, if I am, I am. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But, again, I do not have a basement. And you leave my Mexican housekeeper out of this. Don't let her hear me talking about it. She gets angry. That's right. Anyway. So, as we were saying, Smark, there was one funny thing we talked about in the beginning. The second funny thing they did, as Smark just said, is they canceled those fucking press conferences. I love the comments. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Cowards. This was all on X. If you're going to bring that dude back, have the guts to take questions about it. This is what cracks me up about MAGA. First of all, labeling WWE a MAGA company just because some of them voted for. I don't have an attic either. I have a manufactured home. Just because some people in there voted for Trump, and I'm sure some of them did not. That's like saying the whole country is MAGA because Trump won. That's not an accurate statement. I really wish that would stop because it's just ridiculous. I don't think WWE forced anyone to go vote for Trump. You think Sami Zayn voted for fucking Trump? Fuck no, he didn't. Fuck no, he didn't. And I'm sure a lot of other people in that company did not vote for Trump, which is their prerogative. It's exactly what this world is all about. Go vote for who you want to. That's what it's all about. Just go vote. Doesn't matter who for, just do it. That's your civic fucking duty, goddammit, Smark. I'm sorry. But anyway, after that small thing, such a lame company, man. That was what another person said. But a lot of people basically just calling WWE cowards for getting rid of those. And I got to tell you, not a good look, but smooth fucking move. I mean, great business move. Horrible PR move. Great business move, I gotta say. I as a businessman, you gotta respect it.
So Sammy can't vote because he's Cambodian.
Oh, please. Everyone votes now. If he lives in California, he voted. Doesn't matter where he's from. I think he does. I thought he was a California guy. I don't know. I'm just saying a lot. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's not use Sami Zayn then. A lot of people in that company probably did not vote the way Triple H and a lot of the people did. That's what I'm saying. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, like I said, bad look on as you've said on this show so eloquently for many years, Smark, is bad optics. Bad optics. But wow. Great business move.
Which, okay, like also, if they would have done a press conference Sunday, I can absolutely guarantee you that they wouldn't have given any sort of a direct answer about any of that shit anyway. Because that shit already happened when they were asking Triple H about, like, hey, so your father-in-law may or may not have, like, sexually, like, human trafficked someone and, like, sort of passed him out as a favor. Like, what do you think about that? He's like, I didn't read the article. And he's great. Fucking, we got a sponsorship with Wheatley going. It's like, great. All right. Well, whatever.
I don't know anything about that.
She might be more willing to consent if she was drinking a Wheatley American vodka. Like, oh, go away. Stop.
Oh man. All right. Let's lighten this up a little bit. I feel like I've had to go on a rant or two tonight, and I'm not done. To lighten this up a little bit, Will Ospreay is being. I can't remember if we talked about this or not, but he's going to be in Tekken 8.
We did not.
He's going to be Armor King. He's going to be Armor King in Tekken 8. And we all know, we know he has a few different moves, but one of his finishing moves is in Tekken 8 also. Let's go to that share screen thing. Presentation, share, screen share. There we go. Come on. There we go. It's sharing, right? You can see that? There we go. I don't know how good you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and play it real quick. So there you go. The Stormbreaker is in Tekken fucking 8. I might have to get Tekken 8. I like Tekken. I loved Tekken back in the day, so I might need to get Tekken 8.
Yeah, same. I played a lot of tournament back in the day on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that audio?
A little bit.
I played that or no?
I mean, yeah.
Only a few seconds. Okay. Because I'm looking at this and it's not there anymore. So, okay. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Will Ospreay basically was like, man, I grew up playing this on PS1 back in the day. So did I. And, now he's got a move in the game and is going to end up being all the moves for Armor King. So, pretty goddamn cool. And it's going to be a downloadable character, a DLC. So, pretty fucking cool. But I'll tell you, man, if I was a video game nerd growing up and then ended up with my move and being able to shadow a character, I'd be fucking pumped. That'd be fucking awesome. That Absolutely. Would be awesome. Hell yeah. So good for Will Ospreay because he is the video game nerd, and there you go. Good for him.
It's actually a different guy.
What did I say?
No, you said that he's a video game nerd, and I said that's actually a different guy. Did you ever see those videos, like, back when? I think he's still making videos, but the fucking angry video game nerd, the guy's got the little pocket protector and the glasses and plays like that.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo Super Nintendo games.
I've seen him. All right. So Hulk Hogan's funeral was last week, and it was another reason for people to complain about WWE and everyone that showed up. I do have a small clip of some of the people that were at his funeral. Now, I do want to tell you guys, this guy's voice is absolutely annoying in this video, but it's only a few seconds long. So you go ahead and grab that video real fast. Give me a second. Here it is. And it's 55 seconds long.
Leaked video inside Hulk Hogan's funeral. As the camera pans, we see all of the different wrestlers in attendance at Hulk's funeral.
Do you see why I warned you about the voice? It's like AI, but not, but maybe it's a wave voice. I don't know. Anyway.
Funeral. First, we see Hulk's friend, Chuck Zito. Behind him, Triple
Chucky.
H. We also see Jerry the King Lawler. There is Shane McMahon. And to Shane's left, we see Edge, a.k.a. Adam Copeland. And then right behind Edge, we see Diamond Dallas Page sitting down at a table. And then afterwards, there was an event at Hulk Hogan's bar. And we see ex-WWE star Matt Riddle. And behind Matt, we see Nick Hogan, son
Oh dear
of Hulk
God!
Hogan.
Don't let him get in the
And
car.
here is the official program for Hulk's funeral. And we see many of the different pictures taken throughout his life.
There you go. That was a little video from Wrestling News Now.
We're all thinking it. Do you notice there's a photo that like people. Yes, it was awfully nice of Matt Riddle to leave his Timberlands and baggy Laker jersey.
No argument here. I am. Shit. That's funny, Packers fan. That's funny, and you're right. No argument here. No argument here. I agree. I agree. But Brooke did not go to the funeral. Brooke actually decided to tribute her father in a different way. And it's funny, a lot of people last week were trying to say that, oh, she hated him. She wouldn't even do this. She wouldn't do that. Not exactly. But she tributed her dad. And basically, she said, my father hated the morbidity of funerals. He didn't want one. And although I know people grieve in many ways, and I'm so grateful for all celebrations and events organized to honor him as his daughter, I had to make my own decision to honor him the best and most genuine way I knew how, privately, the way that made me feel closest to him. The only thing missing today was him in his pop-up lawn chair watching the waves and the sunset. Daddy, we honored you in the simplest way that agreed with my soul. We took our babies to the beach and put them in the same salty waters you loved. Molly loved the water. I think she'll be a little fish, as you called me. We love you and honor the things that made you so special. Every grain of sand and every wave reminded me of being your beach baby and brought us closer to you. I pray you are at peace and know how dearly I love you. There you go.
Okay. So, genuinely.
Uh-oh.
Like, it was like fair enough. That was kind of touching and whatnot, which I guess after what I'm about to say, that was probably a bad choice of words. With the beach, baby, I just immediately got the mental image in my head of him fucking rubbing lotion on her, and I just went, oh, God. That ruined everything. Dear Lord. But also, that just seems like a fucking weird justification for just I didn't feel like being there. I'd rather be at the beach. And up the beach, I guess. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. He loved the beach, so that's why I'm at the beach and at his funeral. It's not because I didn't want to be there. I don't give a shit.
Me. I do want to say, for having twins, Brooke looks amazing.
She's got some twins, all right. You know what I'm saying? Up top.
For having two actual twin babies in her arms, she looks amazing. So good for her. But yeah, look, she didn't want to be around all the people, didn't want to deal with it. She seems like she's trying to live a little more private life, which is fine. Nick went and dealt with everybody like he probably should have. But anyway, that was pretty cool. But the other cool thing, Mark, was when they walked out. When they walked out, the other cool thing is, first of all, Bam Margera was there, and I'll bet he was just loving that. But when he walked out, he posted this picture, and this was the cloud that was outside of the funeral. Smart, what do you think here? You think Hulk was watching, posing when they walked out?
Perhaps.
In the clouds, what do you think?
What
I
will say for sure, what I do know, is that if I am a police officer and I am told that Matt Riddle and Nick Hogan are in the same building together, I'm just camping out outside that motherfucker. I'm about to hit quota.
No. All I know is Riddle is married to a porn star. Nick Hogan, I think, is married to a porn star, isn't he?
How would I know?
I think there might have been some movies made that night. I don't know. Listen, if Bubba the Love Sponge was around, you know what happened. There was recordings. Heather was naked. Anyway, let's there you go. So let's move on a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh.
Maybe. All right. So where are we at here? All right. So everybody knows Joey Ryan. We all know Joey Ryan. We joked about Joey Ryan for years, how basically he was just getting girls to grab his cock. Turns out we were kind of right. But in 2020, in June of 2020, this whole speaking out movement, this social media movement and all that against abuse, Joey Ryan got caught up in that. Several women said that they accused him of not abuse, but sexual misconduct. Basically, a lot of the girls said he was leading them, kind of using a little bit of his wrestling clout, which was weird, to do a little more with these girls than just lie down, So, but Joey Ryan has consistently denied all these allegations and has actually filed lawsuits, which I haven't heard much about. So there was a company that was going to bring him in, and what the hell? What happened here? I'm trying to get it, but I'm going to have to refresh the page. I don't know what's going on here.
It says who?
So he had an event.
Or it says, oh, the guy that Al Snow in TNA. He's just like very injured.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not sitting here promoting. I'm not the biggest Joey Ryan fan, but all right, you know what? We'll get into this. Joey Ryan was supposed to make a comeback for Portland Wrestling Reborn. First of all, worst place you could bring back a guy like this is Portland. I'm sorry, but it should be called Portland Wasteland Reborn, because as far as I'm concerned, that Portland's fucking wasteland. They were going to bring him in for their August 23rd event. But after all the backlash, they canceled his flight and they pulled him. So this is it's a little reminiscent of kind of the Velveteen Dream thing, except the Velveteen Dream thing involves underage and this doesn't. But he's denied all this. He has lawsuits pending. And I mean, this was how do you know how many actors have done worse than this and have been able to work again? I don't know where Smart just went, but he'll be back in a minute, I hope. So many people have done way worse than what Joey Ryan is being accused of. And once again, I am not defending Joey Ryan. I was never a fan of the guy. Thank you, Norab. I was just about to bring that up. That was my next sentence, actually. This guy was working at Disney, trying to make a living outside of wrestling, and y'all got him fired. Okay, because you constantly beat the shit out of Disney to fire him. So he was fired from that job, where he was supervised all day with cameras everywhere. Okay, but no, that's not good enough for the mob, I guess you could say. But let me ask you guys something, and when is this guy supposed to get another chance? When? Does he have to be completely cleared of everything? I mean, I get it, but what he did is less than what a lot of people were accused of. A lot of people were accused of a lot more than what Joey Ryan was, and they've made a comeback. We're looking at some of them right now. Brock Lesnar, he's able to make a comeback, whether it's controversial or not. He's able to do it. Joey Ryan, however, can't do that for some reason or another. Still waiting to see if Smart got a hold of him. I'm still waiting for him. He should be back here in a minute. I don't know. Again, not defending the guy, but I do think that people deserve a second chance, and I think he was. Oh, there we go. Smart's on his way back in, but I definitely think that he was. He was accused of doing a lot less than a lot other people were, in my opinion. Would you agree with that, Smart? Was he accused of doing a lot less of what other people were accused of?
I don't know if I'd say that. I'd say maybe different things, but
Well, no one accused him of taking advantage. No one accused it. Well, no one accused him of rape. There was no rape involved. There was no. He wasn't drugging girls. Okay. He wasn't raping. He wasn't Cosbying. How does that nail it down for you? He wasn't doing any of that.
Okay, sure.
He was.
But if you
telling girls he could give them a little bump.
Well, maybe if he gave them a little bump, that would help speed things up, I guess. But speed things up. Anyways, I feel like if you need to defend him by being like, well, at least he's not out here raping people, it's like, well, it's a pretty shitty defense.
And I am not defending him. I'm just saying people have been, a lot of people during that Me Too movement were accused of a lot more than what Joey Ryan is being accused of. No one's accusing him of any violence or anything like that, is what I'm saying. He was accused of basically bringing girls and saying, I can get you a little further in wrestling. Joey Ryan was basically the scumbag at the club who lied about being a fucking record producer to get you in bed and then left the next morning before you woke up. Scumbag shit. I'm not denying he's a scumbag. But here's my question, Smark, and I don't know, maybe this is reaching. A guy like Joey Ryan can't get back into the wrestling business after 5 years and make a few bucks. But you know who James Gunn is, right? The director? Mm-hmm. How does he get away with tweets from, now again, remember he was fired in 2018 from Guardians of the Galaxy because of tweets like this. The Expendables was so manly, I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town.
I'll say.
That was in 2010. Oh, you think I'm done? Oh, no. 2010, he also posted a video. 100 pubescent girls touched themselves and posted the link for everyone to go to. 2008, laughter is the best medicine. That's why I laugh at people with AIDS.
One more time, please.
See, One more time, please. Laughter is the best medicine. That's why I laugh at people with AIDS.
Dude, I never wanted to be back on StreamYard when it was free and you could run videos more. I have 8 different AIDS drops that I can't use now.
2008 again. Just made a joke about ass raping my friend when she was asleep. Oh, that's hilarious. 2009, the best thing about being raped is when you're done being raped, it's like, whew, this feels great not being raped. Okay, you see my point here, I hope, is why can this guy be let back in Hollywood to make millions of dollars, but Joey Ryan can't go get a fucking handshake, $25 and a hot dog at a fucking indie event because the wrestling world are too fucking, I'm sorry, soft to fucking just let bygones be bygones and let a guy maybe make up, maybe atone for some fucking stuff he did. Maybe James Gunn apologized for those tweets and everyone said, fuck it. I personally don't forgive. I've never seen a Guardians of the Galaxy. The only movie I've ever accidentally seen of his was 13 Ghosts, and he's actually uncredited as a writer, which is why I never knew he made it. But those were disgusting fucking, those aren't tweets of a guy who was just kidding. I'm sorry. Not over 3 years. You're kidding once. Maybe. Fucking Roseanne made one joke and she was banned from TV for fucking life. And she didn't even mean the joke the way it came out. But, you know, Joey Ryan can't go make a fucking hot dog, a handshake, and $25. But James Gunn can make rape jokes and about pedophile jokes and be allowed to go back and make millions. And I don't give a fuck what Superman just made. He never should have been allowed back into the fucking business to make that money. You guys are canceling a fucking wrestler over some accusations, but James Gunn can go make millions of dollars. I'm sorry. They're both scumbags, and they both if you want morality, you want that moral superiority I was talking about a couple weeks ago, either both get a second chance or both don't. That's just my opinion. Again, might not be a very popular one, might get heat again, but I just feel that there's a big double standard going on, and it's just not right. I'm sorry. Joey Ryan deserves a second chance as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, he does. He has denied these. He has lawsuits going on. No one would take these lawsuits if they had no standing, which means if he was completely lying and they had absolutely no bearing, no one would take these lawsuits.
I don't know if I'd say
No
that.
judge would even see them. No judge would even see them. They would literally say, this has no standing, you're out of here. They dismiss the case. They would dismiss it. They would see it for a minute. That's what would happen. If you have no standing, literally means you have no case. It's not there. You've got no proof that you have anything, and there's nothing. Get out of here, my courtroom. You wasted my time, and pay my fucking court fees. Bye-bye. So there you go. Del Rio. Listen, I still say Del Rio paid that lady off. But anyway.
Okay, so the thing is here, real quick.
Please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to rant like that and just have you sitting there. I apologize.
Well, multitude of things. First off, it's just that really the influx of new talent, especially right now on the independent scene, is not really plentiful. So a lot of people that were on the independent scene when he was blackballed or canceled or however you want to call it are probably still there. Like some of them might have gone to AEW, some of them might have gone to WWE. A lot of them are still there. And I think the problem is that, like, you're basically asking, like, what's the difference between a wrestler and a director? True North kind of pointed it out. It's like a director made a lot of money. That's probably why he gets to stay working. But be that as it may, the difference I think between why the wrestler and why the director, like why does one get to work and why one doesn't, is like Joey Ryan is physically interacting with these people. Like to have a wrestling match, you are having physical contact with people. If those people don't feel comfortable with him, I can kind of understand why they would not want to work with him, why they would not want him to be around that situation. Like, I understand the idea of like everybody should get a second chance, but like, unfortunately, that's kind of not the world that we live in. And like, I kind of also don't blame people if they don't feel comfortable with him, because like I was trying to remember exactly what it was that he was charged with, because this came out when there was a litany of different people being accused of just any number of different things, and all I saw really was that there were up to 16, potentially more, people coming out to accuse him. There's 16 different accusations being made of sexual assault, which can potentially be any number of different things. Like there's a different level of severity within that. Sort of a
sexual misconduct. None of them not assault. Now I'm sorry, but we got to be a little clear here. Sexual misconduct, not sexual assault. There is no sexual assault.
Well, I mean, from what I've seen online here, there's been. It actually kind of just depends on the website. Some have said misconduct, some have said assault. So it's like kind of hard to. That's not my words exactly. It's just that.
I'll be honest. I'm reading this one off of Google Gemini, which is AI, which is taking it off of Wiki.
I don't super trust
where it
AI
says sexual misconduct. No, well, Google Gemini is the best one I've found, and it's off of Wiki. So there's, like I said, it's giving me a source. Actually, it's giving me, yeah, that's the source. Well, it gives me two sources. It gives me the wiki for Joey Ryan plus the one for speaking out. Both say misconduct. There you go. And again, but I'm sorry, but just to not forget what you were saying, I definitely agree. People are uncomfortable. I get that. But I really don't think he would be dumb enough to just bring the same character back out.
I don't even think so much the character as just.
Do you think he would be dumb enough to have girls grabbing his cock again?
Well, okay. The thing is, I will say this. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong, I can see how anybody, you could feel any kind of way about it. You could be for it, you could be against it. It's not the character. Like, if it was just the character, that would be one thing. It was like how he acted when he wasn't wrestling that was the problem. And like, it's sort of not fair that he doesn't get an opportunity to sort of move on, to get a second chance, whatever. But I do sort of understand if I am a promoter and I'm looking out for the entirety of the roster versus just one person. So like if you have like 10 people being like, man, fuck this guy, I don't like him, versus one, just me wanting to bring him in, it's like, well, shit, I got to keep as many people happy as possible. The one thing that I did sort of take umbrage with about this report was allegedly the rival promotion or whatever, Prestige, which is a fairly big company as independent wrestling companies go, as the crow flies. They were threatening to blackball people that were also working that show, like try to fuck with their careers, make sure they didn't get bookings, and put it out there that they're on the show and that they're condoning this, supporting this. If you're an independent wrestler, you only have but so many opportunities. Like, you kind of have to go where you get booked. I think it's fucked up to purposely try to put heat on them, where it's like they're not the promoter. They're just how many people knew that he was going to be on that fucking card, and how many people knew that he was going to be on the card before they agreed to take that booking. And if you just pull out of a booking because somebody's on the card that you don't like, you potentially garner yourself a negative reputation amongst other promoters. So like the talent that's on the card is put into an unenviable position, and I don't feel like they should be vilified for that. Like, if you want to be like, fuck the promoter for booking him, yeah, fine, whatever, that's how you feel, It's not the talent's fault for trying to just make some money.
No, I agree. But and if I gotta say, this promoter should have seen this coming from a fucking mile away. The IWC, with the way it's going right now, and unfortunately, we're a part of the IWC. I don't even like saying that we are, because I don't feel that we have the same views as a lot of them, but maybe we do. And sometimes our views differ. So sometimes you do, sometimes I do. But I just, if you don't, you've got to have the balls to just take the fucking beating. And nowhere in that article does it say the talent was complaining. It said the fucking backlash from online, but from people like you just said. It's, I don't know. But if you don't give the guy a one shot, then, I mean, see what is, if he comes out with the same character, I'll tell you the truth. If he came in and told me he had the same character, I would book him a flight back right away. If I was the promoter and he said, "Oh, I'm the same character, girl's gonna be grabbing my cock," get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. If you're gonna come in though, and if Joey Ryan maybe he's got a new character, or maybe he's just gonna go out there and wrestle a match, and that's it. Without a character, maybe he's gonna build a new character. I personally like the fucking Lucha Underground cop character. I think that was awesome. The undercover cop. But I don't know, man. Look, again, not defending this guy. This guy has obviously used women, used his what am I trying to say here? He used his momentum at the time to get women in the bed, because he was pretty popular for a while there. I am not defending this guy at all. I'm just saying some people deserve a second chance. And I think Joey Ryan might be one of them. I might be wrong. That might make me a scumbag, but I think Joey Ryan deserves a second chance. But I also think Portland was the worst place to try to bring him back. I hate to say this. You want to bring that guy back, get a Georgia company, get a Texas company, get someone else besides a blue state. I'm sorry. You're going to have to go to a red state if you want Joey Ryan. It still might not work, I mean, but that's what I would try that first, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Try that first. I would not have gone with Portland to be Joey Ryan's comeback state. You're muted. You good? There you go. That's all I'm saying. You might want to try a little bit of a little more south of Portland. Is all I'm saying, to bring a Joey Ryan back once or twice and see what he's got. See if he's like I said, if he's the same character, boot that motherfucker out right away.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like the Portland's a really fucking bad place to do that, because it's adjacent to, if not also lumped in with, the scene that you were a part of before, that you acted inappropriately, that got you in trouble in the first place. So it's like you just kind of opening up old wounds. You have to, like you said, fucking go wrestle in Alabama. Like, if you really want to wrestle, I'm sure there's some company somewhere that's of a smaller reputation that will take you. I was also thinking about the idea that, like, man, you kind of, if you're like a scumbag or a former scumbag or accused of scumbaggery of some kind, it's really gonna suck for you that fucking WWE bought AAA, because that you used to be able, that was like the witness protection program for, shit, for a very long time. Del Rio learned the hard way there. Like, you could just be a total fucking asshole and then just go to AAA, and like the value system was different and they didn't care. Like, you can't do that now. I don't know if you can really do that in Japan either. Like, your opportunities are fucking rapidly shrinking.
I think our laws are fucking stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry.
I had another point, but I'm not sure that I could remember at this current moment. Oh, and I would also say that, like, as unfair as it may be, another thing for, like, why he's not getting opportunities is, like, you get more opportunities based on your star power, I guess it is. Like, I know that's kind of shitty. Shouldn't be the case, but, like, how many, and he never, granted, he's never gotten accused of, like, sexual assault or anything like that, but, like, look at how many opportunities Shawn Michaels got. Like, Velveteen Dream even got a couple of extra opportunities just because of how young and like his potential. Fucking Teddy Hart has gotten opportunity after opportunity. Like if you're of a high enough profile, caliber, potential, you're gonna get more shots than other people. Like right or wrong, not right, but like it is what it is.
There are probably so many wrestlers who have done what Joey Ryan did and have never been outed that it's crazy. But look, I definitely think that, and we got Noreben here saying, would he go to AEW? I don't think they would take him right now, even ROH. I don't think Tony would want that now. If Joey Ryan went and maybe proved himself and as not a scumbag and maybe started getting talked about a little bit, people started giving him a little buzz. Oh, okay, he's changed. He's, I hate to use a biblical word, but he's kind of repented in a way. He's atoned. Maybe I could see him there, but I would say that would be like 5-6 years down the road. I mean, nowhere close.
And I would say that is a mathematical impossibility. Like, for what you're going to get for what Joey Ryan is as a wrestler, as a promo guy, like, again, this shouldn't factor in, but it does. Like, he's not of a big enough level of importance that you would even want to risk that by any means.
Right.
Like, if you weren't willing to risk it for, like, to have the Briscoe brothers versus FTR on fucking Dynamite, just because of something that one person said in one tweet a long time ago and seemed to have actually like gotten his shit together and rectified those problems. Like, if you're not willing to take that risk, you're not willing to take a risk on Joey Ryan. No, sir.
No, I get it. Now, here's the thing.
No, I said the Uganda
mud promo.
Which is fucked up, but just the idea of just Joey Ryan being out here wrestling in fucking Uganda because it's the only place he's not blackballed from. Fucking
now, here's the thing. I believe these cases are active, that he has some active cases against these women. What if he ends up winning a couple? What if they? I'm going devil's advocate tonight for this one. You're usually the devil's advocate. What happens if he goes out there and, all right, well, you know what? Let's just say the first case he goes out and he wins it, and they find out that he did nothing fucking wrong. What happens? Me neither. I don't know. Once again, though, this is why this guilty until proven innocent, that's not the way it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But unfortunately, now we have the court of social media opinion. Not even the court of public opinion. It's the court of social media opinion, which will prosecute, execute. They are the judge, jury, and executioner now of a lot of people, unfortunately. And I'm just saying, give the guy a chance to come back. Maybe, like I said, maybe again, if he's the same character, boot him the fuck out of the building. But if he just wants to come back and wrestle, I think the guy deserves a chance. A chance. If he's the same scumbag he is, hopefully we find out very fast and he's gone again. But I don't know, man. I'm just saying, book him in women of wrestling. I wouldn't do all that. But anyway, you were saying, please, I'm sorry.
To answer your question is like, if it's only like what happens if he wins one or two of these, the problem I think becomes that there's still 14 more, which again, like you said, none of them have been necessarily like in the court of law been proven.
True.
Like he hasn't been charged with
right.
anything. But like also, and again, maybe this is not the way to think, maybe this is not fair to him necessarily, but like if 16 different accounts have been lobbied against you, you're probably doing something, even if it's not illegal, you're probably doing something to the point where like if 16 people are trying to conspire against you, then you're probably doing something to make these people conspire against you that's a bit unsavory. Because, like, even if it's total fabrications, which I don't necessarily believe, I don't actually believe at all, to be honest. But if you have like 16 people lobbying against you in the wrestling business, is just trying to get you like blackballed, to some level, I gotta wonder what the fuck is it that you're doing to make these people want to do that? If that is the set of like that's the scenario that we're working.
Absolutely. And once again, I am not defending this guy. He absolutely abused power. He did what little. It's scary to even say that Joey Ryan had power in the Indies, but that's pretty much what he's been accused of: is using his power to sleep with women. And look, I'm not defending him. I'm not. But I believe in. I'm sorry. I believe in second chances. I am not a religious type person, but I do believe people deserve a second chance. I really do. I do. Maybe Joey Ryan was. This was all 5 years ago when this happened. 5 years ago, Joey Ryan could be a completely different person now. He could be. Maybe he is. Maybe he went to therapy. Do we know? Oh, that's right. He didn't go on the internet and announce it, so he didn't go to therapy. Maybe he just realized he was being douchey and decided maybe I'm not going to do that anymore. Oh, he didn't do that either, go on the internet. I don't know. He denied the accusations. We don't know. And I don't think any of these are criminal. I think they're all civil charges. But again, I'm not. The guy definitely was scummy with some of these women. But like I said, I've also had, I mean, my buddy used to fucking tell people he was a fucking record producer. And literally many chicks bought it over the years. I had another friend of mine who would literally rent expensive cars, rent Porsches, Ferraris, even Lamborghinis, rent them and go pick up chicks in them. They weren't his. He was going to bring them back the next day. So, guys, unfortunately, we're scum. Guys are scum. We are. We're scum.
To be fair, though, also to argue that point a little bit, that was stuff that happened like back in the day. And I mean, I'm not even trying to be mean, but that was like what, a good 20, 30 years ago, something like that.
You're
roughly.
Right. Yeah,
like
no,
you can't apply the same. So it was a different time then, and similar to how you can't like fucking try to cancel all these movies because like fucking 80s comedy standards don't adhere to the 2020 standards of like morality and fucking good taste, or however you want to phrase that. Like the stuff he did in like, I mean, he was being accused in 2020, so like let's say 2010s and up. The stuff he did is being looked at through that, the level of morality, this standard of conduct now. And it's like it's a different time, it's a different game. I did see one here where he actually is straight up being accused of sexual assault, by the way.
Okay.
So there's a couple that was misconducts, but one of them, it's from somebody who chose not to like have their name out there. But it's a long statement. Earlier last year, Joey Ryan flew me in the day before his show to go see the sights. On the day I was really sick with a cold and didn't want to go out, but he convinced me to go out just a little with go out to eat with him. He took me straight to a bar where I only had a few drinks, strong mixed cocktails, and it got me pretty messed up. Afterwards, while driving me back, he told me how much he liked me, bearing in mind we had barely held on a real conversation other than chit-chat at shows. I told him I was interested in somebody else and continued to let him down, but he was persistent about it. He asked to walk me to my room. I allowed him because it was a sketchy area. Then he asked me if he could come in. I told him no because that wasn't a good idea. He said only for a minute, and I still said no. He said, "Can I at least kiss you?" I felt really awkward, so I reluctantly said okay. I still told him I didn't want him to come in. I was struggling to open my cold medicine packet back from the door, so he let himself in and opened it for me. He then pursued me, and after countlessly saying I wasn't interested and said no, he sexually assaulted me. I found the courage to run to the bathroom and lock myself inside. I cried and told him to leave. He refused and kept telling me to come out.
I didn't read that story, but that's not a good story. That is horrible. I feel bad for whoever that girl is. I do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit more to it, but that's he tried to
No,
tell
I
me he was a
get it.
terrible person, and that's why his life left him. And he was seeing someone to help with his problems. He told me to act like it never happened. It will be between you and me, and wanted to make sure we were good. The next day, he acted as such, like it never happened.
Hmm. Weird. That's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah, it's not great.
But yeah, yeah. I listen. Again, I'm not. I said the guy was scummy. I did say that. I'm not
Mhm.
defending him in any way. But like I said, there's so many people in Hollywood that have done worse than Joey Ryan, and we've forgiven. And it's just, yeah, he fucked up. And you know what? If that is that one of the cases?
That I'm not sure of, but that was just one of the accusations. I was trying to find for whatever reason, it's really hard to find a concise list online of like everything that he got accused of and by whom and the exact
Yeah, I don't know.
details.
I tried to find a lot more too, which is why I went to AI to find it because it's it's not only hard to find, it's all over the place.
Mhm.
Like one article says this, one article says this says another thing. One article it's so all over the place with the Joey Ryan stuff. I don't know how it's not just cut and dry, but I guess because he's got a few lawsuits going and they can't talk about ongoing lawsuits. So that's probably why it's all over the place is because we can't get all the information right now.
I think another part of the problem is that a lot of it was people who made statements online, like through social media and stuff. So you have to kind of curate and find all of the different posts, and like some of them might have been taken down, some of the accounts might have been banned, some people might have deleted their accounts because a lot of it came from Twitter, and like Twitter's changed so much since those last couple of years, and people have like started
Right.
deleting their accounts and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be hard to find like the exact like every one of the different accounts and different accusations and such.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, it will. There's so many reasons why, but it's just weird. It's just hard to find a lot of stuff. But all right. I don't know. I don't know. I just Nora was saying he stopped drinking and got baptized. The stopping drinking, that's a great idea. I understand that. I've given my opinion on the religion thing before. I am not a religious person. I do not look down or anything on anyone who is. I definitely believe everyone needs something to believe in. So that's not a problem. But I don't know. Just because you got baptized doesn't mean you're a whole new person. But maybe he is. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know Joey Ryan. So who knows? But anyway, folks, I let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and knock out AEW real quick. Not going to be it was a really it felt like a really fast show. I don't know why, but it was a really quick show. So we're not going to spend too much time on AEW, but we'll knock it out. Kind of stalling here a little bit. Smart took a little break. So but yeah, we'll talk about that. You know what? There's Smart right there. Before we get into AEW, I don't know why they don't have Harley Cameron on there every fucking week. That girl is so talented, and I just don't understand why they don't have her on Dynamite every week doing something. Quick video to show you how awesome Harley Cameron is and can be, and why I'm baffled they don't have her on this show every week.
Yeah, my darling, I can't get enough of your love.
Yes, she has a beaver.
Yes.
Harley Cameron's got a beaver. Yes, she does.
And I don't know why I can't get enough some things I can't get used to, no matter how I try. Alright, we're going pretty good. Ooh, the more I take, the more I want. And baby, that's no lie. What are you doing? Nothing. Stop looking there. Okay.
Beaver staring at her tits. Do you know a guy named Terry Fader won America's Got Talent doing exactly what she's doing? For those who aren't watching this on YouTube and listening, that is Harley Cameron doing the voice of a puppet beaver singing, and singing in her voice both. This is an unbelievable talent, and not moving her lips.
Mhm.
She's a ventriloquist.
I will say that it's
Like I
good
said, Terry.
that Kevin Dunn has found work after getting fired by WWE. Folks, anyways,
It is good. I'm glad he did too. Let's just play the last few seconds of this video. I'm just saying she's incredibly talented.
What can I say? What am I gonna do? Alexa, music off. What are you doing? What are you looking at? I ain't looking at shit. You're looking at my.
I'm sorry, guys. She is. If you ever ask me, name one wrestler you'd like to go sit and have a drink with, I'm sorry, but she'd be the one right now.
Mhm.
She is incredibly talented. And I know a lot of you are sitting there thinking, oh, it's because she's hot with big tits. No. This girl should be on TV every fucking week. She's funny, and she delivers well, and she's just great. I would, this girl would be on my television every week if I had a show. And yes, unfortunately, she was fisting that beaver. She was. Working the hand and everything.
Now, are we talking like currently active wrestlers or not? Because
Mine, the stepchildren.
if you're giving me the opportunity to just drink with somebody that is currently involved in the wrestling business but not actively a wrestler, I'm picking Michael Hayes.
Oh God, no! I don't want to die.
Because like I don't
No.
necessarily think I'd be able to agree with him on anything we talked about, but I just watch him talk. I'm like, all right, just whatever you want to talk about, just go ahead and let's do it.
No. He's eventually gonna want a fucking whiskey, and I don't drink whiskey.
Okay.
I can't do
So-
whiskey.
At the risk of potentially doxing myself, Terry Gordy passed away in a nearby town from where I am.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Hayes filmed a video called Freebird Road, where he drinks in a bottle of Jack Daniels at a cemetery. And it is a cemetery that I have for sure passed several times. And I just realized that upon watching the video like a couple days ago. That like a cemetery that I've passed numerous times on the way to this or that, Michael Hayes filmed a video where he drank a bottle of fucking Jack Daniels at a cemetery to honor Terry Gordy's name.
Nice,
And it's a wild experience.
nice. It's nice. You live close to that. That's good.
Which means it's
Memories.
at any given time there is at least a less than zero, more than 0% chance that I will see Michael Hayes drunkenly stumbling through a cemetery at some point in my life, which it gives me hope.
I hope you do see him, and you can go drink whiskey with him. I am not a whiskey guy.
I mean,
I can't do
neither
it.
am I, but if I'm getting drunk with
Can't
Michael
do it.
Hayes, we're doing it.
Not gonna do it. See, that comes from that was my Dana Carvey's impression of George Bush. For some reason, I got back watching stand-up comedy this weekend. I don't know. And then I ended up watching all the Fast and Furious movies, 1 through 10. I don't know why. Leave me alone.
Jericho would be a good choice too.
I don't know. I think Jericho would just sit there and tell me about himself all night, and it's not what I want.
I mean, as long as it's not
Harley, I
Jericho.
think, would be the most like. Oh, I think Harley would be the most fun chick. Just to sit down, have a good time. She would. I think she'd be hilarious. Hilarious. She's very. I mean, just the talent. She's just incredibly talented. And the fact that Tony can't find a spot for her every week is a little baffling, if you think about it, because that girl is just amazing, in my opinion.
I mean, he had been using her as of like a couple weeks ago. He just might not. I don't know. She might be injured or just different booking points.
I will bet you that's one of them Nick Khan will snag as soon as her contract is up, if she's available, for what she can do. They would love another comedy girl in WWE. Oh my God. Especially one of her talent.
Oh yeah,
If I was Nick Khan, I would definitely. Yeah. Bingo. Merch out the ace. They would be giving her puppets to work with. Hell, WWE might turn into fucking Sesame Street with her on it.
They did have the Muppets as guest hosts at one point.
They did. All right. You want to knock this AEW
That's
out?
good.
All right. I was saying earlier, it felt like a very fast-paced show for some reason. Wasn't a ton. We kicked off with MJF Smark. We had him up there with his CMLL World Light Heavyweight Championship. Kind of fucking with go a little bit. I kind of thought the blue collar bitch comment was a little bit over the line. Like that one. I took that one to heart a little bit. I'm a bit of a blue collar bitch myself. I got a lot of blue collar bitch in me. And so I was a little harsh from MJF, but I get it.
It was a sweet ass jacket that he's got, though. That wing jacket with the flannel pattern.
Very nice.
He's also got that fucking big ass lion embroiled on I think it's like the left side.
Yes, the family crest. But yeah, that was the beginning of the show. We had Jon Moxley versus Mike Bailey. A lot of interference in this match. There was Marina Shafir was involved. Kevin Knight got in there. Darby Allin appeared in the crowd, which we saw a little bit later. A lot of stuff, but he did kidnap Wheeler Yuta, which was a good idea.
He was going to run him over.
Yeah, exactly. He almost did. He almost ran them over. He would have if Marina Shafir didn't come out and grab him. I just, we might as well just get into it now. I just thought it was hilarious that they open up the thing. Darby drives off. They open up the body bag, and there's a fucking big sticky note on his head. Forbidden door. Way to get a match. I don't think there's anything lazier than what they just did here. Lazy. What do you think?
It's like he was asking him to prom. And I thought it was pretty funny. Let me ask you a question about that. Like, do you feel like
that? There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know connection has not been great all night. But just real quick aside, do you think that having Moxley wrestle Mike Bailey at the beginning, and then they kind of said it was an impromptu match, it just kind of threw together at the last minute, do you think this is reactionary to the whole MVP speedball thing, where it's they're trying to just make him look good because like people think that like MVP doesn't like him or that he's been losing a lot of matches or whatever, and it's been making him look bad. So like, they gave him a match against Moxley and they let him get a lot of offense in.
It's possible. I mean, most definitely it's possible, but I honestly don't think Tony Khan is that creative. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, and once again, in my opinion, I don't think the Hurt Business should be losing to a Mike Bailey, especially not right now. If he's in there with, someone else as a tag team, maybe, but I don't know. But I really don't think Tony Khan is creative enough to book it as a distraction. I really don't. That might be crazy, but I just don't think. I don't think Tony Khan would think to book it like that. To be honest with you,
Fair enough.
maybe it's possible, but I just don't think he has that kind of mind. But we had after this match, and Moxley did end up winning this match. We had Tony Storm and Alex Winter backstage with Renee, and once again, Tony is so fucking awesome at this character. I love it. I think it's hilarious. She's making and this character is getting more sexual innuendo-ish. Yeah, that's innuendo. That one is innuendo. It's just crazy how Tony Storm is so good at this fucking character, but I love this backstage. And then, she's making all these sexual references, and then Alex Windsor does it after warning her, after basically telling Tony, "Don't do that," and she's like, "Oh my god, now I'm doing it," and it was just awesome. I thought it was a great little promo backstage, nice little comedy relief after the match.
Yeah, I do like how it's like become canon now that just Tony has that like gravitational pull on people, but where it's just if you're in her atmosphere, you also just everything you say turns out to be some like thinly veiled innuendo. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Also, Renee selling like the various lines, but just like making faces and like sticking her tongue out, just being perplexed by some of the shit that she has to say. She does a really good job of like actually reacting to what it is that people are saying and not just staring straight forward, fucking dead eyed, like a lot of modern day interviewers do.
Like the WWE interviewers are probably told to do.
I mean, WWE interviewers, fucking even like there was a couple of interviews with like Alicia, like that they had on the show or later on in the show that she was just like kind of doing that too, of like not really reacting to anything that was said, because there was a moment there where like Stokely said something that for sure merited some sort of a reaction, and she basically didn't react at all.
Was it the part that he's bald, he's short, and he can't get hosed?
Mm-hmm. She didn't say anything. Like for sure, Renee would have sold that, where she just like would have like mouthed quietly the word hose or something, and just like that's what makes.
Oh, she would have laughed.
Yeah, something.
She would have laughed, as she should. She would have laughed most definitely. So yeah, this is when they found what's his name, and then after after they find Darby and Yuta back there, Renee's outside in the parking lot with Mercedes Moné, and she asked her about her loss at All In, and Mercedes' only comeback is, "Don't be such a mark."
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get it. Tony Khan's trying not to insult our intelligence by using these insider terms. But is shit like this really necessary to throw it in our... I mean, the word marks has also been used for all of us fans. So... This is it was just I'm sorry, unnecessary, stupid. Why? Can you explain?
Yeah, the whole segment made no real sense to me anyway. Like she came out, she
Thank
got
you.
out of the limousine,
Thank
she had a giant piece, like a comically large piece of watermelon that she took one bite of and threw
Yes.
behind her. Which why? Like why are you breaking out props like you're Gallagher or fucking Carrot Top? Like what is that about? Like the promo served no real purpose. She's like I lost. Who cares if I lost? All right, I'm going to cut another promo that was also long and meandering later on in the show. It's like, all right, cool, thanks.
I fucking love the Gallagher reference. It's the Sledge-O-Matic. Oh fuck. Okay,
That would actually be pretty
that
cool.
was awesome. That was fun. That was an awesome reference. The fucking Sledge-O-Matic with fucking Gallagher. I love Gallagher. I used to love this guy. I loved his stuff back in the day.
Mhm.
Somewhere in this house, I have a VHS tape of a Gallagher performance.
I believe it.
Somewhere. I do. I do. I do. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in this house. Might be in my shed, which means it might not work because things melt in that shed. It gets so fucking hot in there in this Texas fucking heat. Anyway, let's keep rolling here. So then we had that Alex Windsor match with it was Alex Windsor and Billy Starks.
For Queen Aminata
and Queen Aminata and Sky Blue. And Alex Windsor did end up winning. It was a kind of weird match. It was a very weird spot with
Sky Blue and
Queen Aminata and Billy Starks. It was like, what the? Oh, it was Sky Blue, wasn't it?
Where she like fucked up the code red. She tried it again. And
I don't
fucked it
know
up
what
again,
happened there.
And then
I don't think
just had to,
anybody
like,
does,
drop her on the
but
chair. It was wild shit.
and they ended up just like touching asses, like they were about to introduce fucking Tyrus.
It was so
Yeah.
They fucked it up so bad that they couldn't even do the whole. Well, she didn't get all of it. Like the commentary team just went dead silent because they couldn't figure out a way to cover for it. It's just like, well, you saw this shit. It didn't work. I don't know what to tell you.
I gotta say, I was actually happy the commentary team didn't try to cover for it because there was no covering for it.
It was egregious.
There wasn't. It was horrible. It was awful, awful segment. But there was a lot of distractions and interference in this shit. But it did end up with Alex Windsor winning the match. After the match, of course, Mercedes came out and she did a little stare down with Alex Windsor. But Athena came out and hit an O-face on Storm, while Monet hit a backstabber on Windsor. Decent, but they had a little stare down, those two, Athena and Monet. I'm good with any time Athena is on. I really hope Tony made the decision to keep her on AEW Dynamite TV. I'm hoping we're not just going to see her for this feud and then she's back in ROH. I just think she's very talented. She's cutting better promos than I think she did in WWE. So I hope they keep Athena out there. I really would like to see her every week or every time they can. Renee is backstage with the Broke Bucks. I'm going to call them the Broke Bucks.
There you go.
And they start yelling at a production guy, the poor production guy. But we'll get back to them in a little while. But we had Kyle Fletcher's TNT Championship celebration, Smark. I hate to say another unnecessary segment. I would have rather seen another match. Smark's got the keyboard.
That's what I did the entire
Left.
time
Left.
that this segment was on. 10 seconds, 10 seconds,
Just
10
fast
seconds,
forward.
10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds,
Oh.
10 seconds. It's like, all right, finally it's fucking over. Like,
Yeah, it was too long. It was unnecessary. I get why they're doing it. They're trying to make this guy a fucking heel. You know what? It wasn't necessary to make it as long as it was. And it wasn't bad. It was just unnecessary, in my opinion. You're getting Kyle Fletcher over. You didn't need to do all this. It was unfucking necessary. And the painting, oh my God.
But they've already
Why?
done this. They've already done the homoerotic painting for comedy's sake, like 2 or 3 different times. Like it's the same shtick over and over again. Like it was funny the first like time or two with like when he did it with Jericho or whatever. And then I think he did one with Ospreay or did one with Omega or something. Like, all right, that's fun. But then you keep going into the wall. Like, okay, cool. Either you're making it or you're commissioning somebody to make homoerotic paintings with wrestlers. Like, okay, that's funny for a while, but like law of diminishing returns, right?
Yeah, we get it. You want to suck his dick. Just do it. Just do it and leave us alone. We don't care. None of us care. You want to suck his dick? Suck his dick. Go ahead.
That'd be pretty wild.
Mind the stepchildren. Mind the stepchildren. So, where? Are you okay?
I just like the idea of them just like purposely flying out Jim Ross to be on the commentary table for that. And I meant to say commentary team, but I also like the idea of Jim Ross just sitting on a table, like eating grapes, and watching Don Callis suck somebody off. Like that's what I choose to believe is going to happen.
Good God, folks! I've never seen that technique before. That's a new one on me, folks. I'm gonna have to try that one.
And they say that he learned how do you fake sucking another man's dick on live television? Tell me that. What?
This is a slobber knocker if I've ever seen it. I'll tell you that one right there.
That is a bowling shoe ugly blowjob by Don Callis. I'll tell you what.
Bowling shoe.
When I was fucking Missy Hyatt back in 1987, I'll tell you what, she fucking I felt her nose on my pelvis, by God.
I saw fucking teeth on that one, goddamn it. Bowling shoe ugly as you said. Bowling shoe. Why? Oh, why did I say that? Okay, I think we should move on from that. So we had Cope backstage.
Blue shoe,
We had Cope backstage, and he's asked about Christian, and it's again, we know what's going to happen with this whole thing. Whatever he says right now is all going to change. Leave it alone. It doesn't matter. Christian's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. He won't be an asshole by the end of this. They'll hug each other and they'll be fine. But what we do find out is Cope has a match next week with Stokely, and FTR cannot interfere. That's what we found out. Then we had the match with Brodito, as I said, Bandito and Brody King, and they were up against the Young Bucks. And as I was saying earlier, I think what they're doing with the Young Bucks is absolutely awesome. I think it's great. I think it's hilarious. Finally, I think I care about the Young Bucks just to watch them get fucking punked like this. Mm-hmm. It's like they're being punked. They come out. The video screen didn't fully raise. They had to climb under it. They come. Their graphics said Max and Jeremy. Obvious shot at Generation Me from TNA. You remember them? Obvious shot at that.
Fucking Justin Roberts reading the note verbatim. It's like, you better announce when you announce us, you better fucking be serious about it and not treat us like we're some kind of jobbers. And then he doesn't say their name at all the entire time, which is great.
No, but and to end it with the fucking limp dick pyro was just the icing on top
you hear
of it.
A loud bang, the pyro goes like off in the wrong direction. And it's just like fucking like basically fountains instead of anything. Actually, it's just phenomenal. It's good shit.
it looked like a fucking a dud firework. It was. I loved it. I'm sorry, but this is one of the only times that I can think that I'm enjoying the Young Bucks.
It's really good.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed them,
I like it.
and I'm not enjoying the Young Bucks per se. I'm enjoying their downfall, and I think a lot of people are enjoying their downfall. I think it's fun. The bad thing is we all know what's going to happen. They're going to have a comeuppance eventually.
Like honestly, when they were doing the whole like gimmick with Baron Corbin, where he was supposed to be down on his luck, like this is what I would have wanted them to have done. So like this is the idea of like this is how you do it, where like somebody's like downtrodden and like falling on hard times, just everything's going wrong for them. That's how you want to portray it. Like they've been doing a really good job with it.
But I love that they're literally they're actively making fun of the fact that these guys have fallen so far, and I just like it. I'm sorry, it's funny. I don't always like funny in wrestling, but this is funny and it makes total sense. It makes total sense. This is you're right. This is what they should do when someone starts having a downfall. I don't think I've ever seen this bad of a downfall for anybody, where the screen won't go up and this and that. I think they're doing a great job at it, and they're telling a good story. And I think in the end we're going to see the Young Bucks take a little break from AEW, so that'll even be better. So after that, we had we only got a few segments left, but the Hurt Syndicate and MJF promo. We had them Hurt Syndicate, Lashley and Benjamin backstage. They're interviewed about their upcoming match with Brodito or FTR maybe. And MJF, of course, interrupts them, suggesting that him and MVP should team up and win the world championship together. And MVP gave MJF the thumbs down and told him he hopes he fails.
Which was interesting because
I gotta tell you,
he gave him the thumbs down. So basically, all three of them have given the thumbs down. So he's out of the Hurt business. Like I'm sure they're going to expand on that later. But as it stands right now, it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of bringing him into the group? Like, what was the payoff? What is the story you're trying to tell? Like, it's kind of confusing right now. At least I'm sure they'll probably shed light on that later. But I do like the idea of like MVP saying that he wanted MJF to lose because if he won, he was going to send Bobby Lashley after him, and Bobby Lashley was going to make damn sure that it wasn't business, it was personal. Like he was really just going to beat the ever-loving shit out of him. So that was cool because like it added some kind of intrigue to the main event because you have like, okay, if Mark Briscoe wins, Mark Briscoe gets a shot at the belt. And so you kind of just naturally want to see him prevail. But then if MJF wins, like you're curious to see where that leads with the Lashley situation. And it was cool that like you could have easily believed either way that, you know, either one could have won that match. So it's like they did a good job of setting that up really well.
Yeah. You're right. It's the story's not over. Hopefully, I know you're very confident in the fact that they're gonna make it make sense, and that's admirable of you. AEW doesn't always make the story make sense, so
I mean, I hope because like
I hope so too.
Back to the SummerSlam thing.
I hope so too.
Like I don't watch.
I'm just not as confident as you.
I hope something makes sense because, like, to go back to the SummerSlam thing real quick, of like John Cena was heel, he won the championship, he turned face for seemingly no apparent reason, and then Cody won the belt back. It's like, what the fuck was the point of any of that then? Like, maybe if I watch it on a weekly basis, I'd be able to understand, but it seemed like a giant waste of time there. So I'm also hoping that this angle with MJF and Hurt Business isn't also a giant fucking waste of time.
Well, with Cena, they just wanted to give him his 17 and have him beat Ric Flair and then do a little bit and then get the title off of him. And he's babyface now, and his merch is going to rise and fall off the fucking shelves. fly off
Well,
the
okay,
shelves.
but I don't understand just why put the belt right back on Cody, and I guess maybe that's just because I don't like Cody. But like, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, the whole idea was like you could have put the belt on anybody, and it's like you just basically just gave the Cody the belt again. It's like, I don't know why.
Well, because Cody can fix racism in this country.
Like, look, if
So you have to put the belt back on Cody.
imagine
Because if he doesn't have the belt, he can't do anything.
imagine the intrigue.
You see what I'm saying?
Imagine the.
You get it? You understand? You see?
I guess.
You see where I'm going? You see what I'm laying down? You got it? A world. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But now I'm just saying, like, people already stopped watching or said they stopped watching because Brock came back. So, like, all right, you theoretically already lost those people if they're actually telling the truth. But just imagine the type of controversy that, like, Cena versus Brock with the title on the line would have been. Like, especially if Brock would have won it, it's like people would have lost their fucking mind. And it's like, it's not the best PR move, but it's like it's a way to get people talking, and people would probably be watching, good or bad.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but I gotta realize something. This WWE is not the WWE of old. This is TKO now.
Believe it.
Dana White does not give a fuck what you think. He doesn't care. He doesn't. You guys all sit there and bitch, oh, I'm not going to watch anymore, blah, blah, blah. That lasts for a week, maybe 2 at the most, and you're back watching. You're paying money. You're going to the shows. You're buying merch. Stop. Just stop. Just stop. But anyway, I don't know how we got on WWE from this. Oh, I do. And still, I do appreciate your confidence in AEW making the story make sense. But we had Swerve ringside with Renee. Renee was like all over this show, and she could be all over any show, and I'm happy about it. Asked him about his match with Okada, and if he's worried about the Don Callis family interfering. We get a whole spiel from him. And then literally, next segment, Renee backstage, Willow, Queen Aminata. Chris Statlander interrupts. Again, I'll take more Renee anytime you're going to give me her. Anytime you're going to give me a Renee, I'm a happy camper.
There was confetti.
Can we do
There was
what?
confetti. Because Statlander threw confetti at
There was.
for seemingly no apparent reason and then ran away.
She did. Because confetti can kill birds. What? Anyway. What? Who? No. Anyway, we did have the main event of this show, folks. It was MJF versus Mark Briscoe. I know a lot of people. Boy, I saw a lot of people really pulling for Briscoe. Some people were mad that MJF won that match. They really wanted Briscoe to win. But with the story they're telling right now, let's face it, when him and with MJF and MVP having that whole thing before, that kind of put the nail in the coffin that you knew who was going to win that match, I figured. But boy, the reaction was a little different than I thought. Listen, I'd love Mark Briscoe to win a match like this, but with the story they're telling, it makes way more sense for MJF to win this match, and especially the way he did. So, but then, of course, MJF continued beating Briscoe. We had Hangman come out and make the save, and that's pretty much how we ended the show. Mark, pretty much. So, what'd you think? I thought it was a good show. Like I said, I thought it went really fast. I thought it was a fast-paced show. It went really quick.
Okay, so there was one little minor nitpicky thing that happened at the end of the main event that like, kind of didn't make sense to me, and it's ultimately not that big of a deal, but it's just something worth, I think, mentioning.
Okay.
Because MJF wins, he hits
Bring it
Briscoe
up.
with the dynamite ring, right? So he's beating the shit out of Briscoe after the match, and fucking Hangman comes down. MJF sees Hangman come down, hears the music, all that shit, sees a Tron. He puts the ring back in his trunks. Like, if you know somebody's running down the ring to try to come kick your ass and you have a weapon in your hand, why would you remove the weapon? Like, why not just hold on to the ring and just beat the shit out of him with the ring? Like, okay, I understand because wrestling logic, whatever, like you're trying to tell a story and you just needed to hit that beat in the story. But it kind of didn't make sense to me.
No, I didn't catch that. But my God, is that a good point? You're right. Why would you not keep the weapon on if someone else is coming in now? 2-on-1. I did not catch that, but I 100% agree with you. Maybe he just wanted to. Maybe he needed to just like adjust his dick. Maybe it was in the way, and he needed an excuse.
Perhaps.
No, maybe no. I try to
Actually, kind of
I try to just what?
Well, no, I was actually going to say I think that actually opens up another logical, like, yeah, like tactically speaking, like if somebody's running after you and they're going to try to kick your ass, and like you're for whatever reason like just rock hard, like why not whip it out and run at them? That's going to create a diversion. Like it might buy you some time to make a
whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Never did I say he was hard. Where did you get that from what I said?
Actually, you don't. Okay, yeah, fair enough. It's actually even more like sort of weird and intimidating if you run at him flaccid. So like if you just whip out a Limp Biscuit, as it were, and you keep rolling up the entranceway, like I think Hangman's gonna get out of there.
Unless he did it all for the nookie.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I never said he was naked. What?
I didn't say he was naked either. I'm just saying if he's adjusting himself, Hangman's running after him. You just you pointed at him and you run towards him, and Hangman's going to run away, or he's going to run towards him, which might create kind of a difficult situation. But you know.
What? Assumptions being there's just a lot of assumptions being made here, Smark. I never said if he was flaccid. I never said if he was hard. I never said he was running. The lot of.
Do you
know
at least
what?
kind of understand now why my application to be a booker for WWE got rejected numerous times?
Thanks for joining us, folks, on Wrestling Outlet. What just happened?
Holy fuck, that's frightening.
Hold on.
I think your government is coming after you.
Whoa. Hold on a second. I know what's going on.
Are you carrying out a tactical mission? Are you being bombed? What the fuck is going on here? True North would like to know what a hard-on count is a foreign object if used to attack an opponent during the match. That's a good question.
Okay, are we good now?
I don't know if we were good before, but the audio quality sounds right.
I do not know what just happened there. Seriously, I touched nothing. I don't know what just happened there. Like someone just fucking like took over our fucking. What the fuck? My ears hurt.
Well, you're about to be hunted by the Babadook, so good luck with that.
Did you hear what I heard? The squealing?
Mm-hmm. It was very.
I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what just happened, but holy shit, that hurt my fucking ears. What the fuck? I thought my headphone popped. I don't know what just happened. I'll have to try to cut that out. I will try to cut that out, folks. That'll be the first time I've ever cut anything out of this show, but I'll try to cut that out.
Oh my goodness. Do you care to weigh in on the question before we head off?
Go ahead. What was the question before my ears bleed or started bleeding?
True North would like to know, would a hard-on count as a foreign object if used to attack opponent during a match?
I remember a match, a video of a match with Hulk Hogan and Iron Sheik. And Sheik had him in a camel clutch.
Oh.
And he let Hogan go and he grew quickly. And they did not call that match. So I don't think it could be a foreign object, because a foreign object would mean an object that is not, like, you know, not supposed to be there. That's still a part of your body. They could never call Lex Luger for using the thing in his arm, the steel plate in his forearm.
That's right.
So
I'm going to say that it would be legal in every promotion except like early 90s Bill Watts WCW. Like, if you can't throw somebody over the top rope without getting disqualified, you're certainly not going to be able to hit him with a cock.
I agree. But no, I do not think it would be illegal. I do not think it would be a foreign object.
So not illegal, but immoral.
In other words, your cock would not get deported. Because it is not a foreign object.
I have proper documentation for my penis.
Exactly. I have my cock has a green card. It is not a foreign object. I think we should leave. I think we should wrap this up, Smark.
Foreskin objects? Is that a thing? Are we doing anything with that?
Are you considering docking a wrestling move now? What's going on?
If I say the phrase figure foreskin, can we call the show Figure Foreskin?
So we are considering docking a wrestling move now, is what you're telling me. I guess we could.
Yeah.
I guess we could for no fucking reason at all. But fuck it, we've done this before. You know what? I'm going to write that down under my price for my stretch wrap here. I got to do that in the morning when I wake up. Okay. Figure foreskin. Yeah. They have to listen to the whole show. And by the way, if anyone's wondering if I'm using AI to write the new descriptions, I am. Yep. I don't have a lot of time right now. I am so busy right now. So, but it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. But anyway, I think we should wrap this puppy up. So, Smark. I heard you know something about tits.
That's right. Many of things. Totally inappropriate team sports, aka tits.
Horrible.
It is a sports show. It's a sports show for women, mainly. Totally Inappropriate
Oh, yeah.
Team Sports Kids
Yeah.
Tuesdays at 8:30. There's a lot of interesting things going on in the sports world right now. That the fucking Seattle Kraken mascot almost got eaten by a bear. That's fun. For whatever reason, people are throwing bright green dildos in the court at WNBA games. That's wild. So if you want to hear us potentially talk about those things, you can go ahead and check us out at Totally Inappropriate Team Sports Tits on Tuesday. We're coming back from a hiatus this coming the 26th, August 26th. So we're going to be back sooner than you know. So go ahead and subscribe on YouTube.
There you go. A few weeks away, folks. Definitely subscribe. If you're looking for their link, you can also check it out in our description of our podcast on YouTube and anywhere else. You can go ahead and check that out. But I love that you have tits on Tuesday. It just fits so well. It would the only day you could have it on is a Tuesday or a Thursday. So I appreciate you not having it on a Thursday. Definitely. I like you here. I'm selfish that way. But yeah, so there you go, folks. I am going to go ahead and wait one more week on that thing right there with that Hollywood Hangout. I'm sorry, but with the pigs gone, I have a lot of cleaning up to do. This weekend is going to be spent outside. I want to get my hot tub working. I want to try to get my pool working. I am going to be outside until dark every fucking night. That's my plan. So I will bring it back next week with something. I do have, like I said, I've got plenty of stuff planned for Hollywood Hangout, so don't worry. But in the meantime, folks, we'll be back here next week. We'll be right here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Wrestling Outlet. We'll be on YouTube Live. Check us out. Enjoy. Have fun. Have a good weekend. And on that note,